This is a game the Niners should win relatively easily. The Chargers are really banged up and the Niners aren't as much. The Chargers don't have Keenan Allen or Mike Williams or two starting wide receivers. That should pretty much be the nail in their coffin. They shouldn't score more than 14 or 17 points. Really, this should be a 28-14, 27-17 game. But that's sort of assuming that the Niners are going to just be consistent and play up to their standard, which they haven't done all year. The Chargers haven't beaten a good team yet this year, but they've won 4 out of 5. And the only loss they've had in those 5 games was to the Seahawks, who have found consistency. They've won 4 games in a row by double digits. The Niners have won 1 game in a row by double digits. Before that, they'd lost 2 games in a row by double digits. So here's how this game could go sideways a little bit for the 49ers. They've gotten a lot of guys back healthy, the Niners, but they're missing Eric Armstead still, Javon Kinlaw still, and now Samson Ebukam, who injured himself on a Monday practice this week. So that's 3/4 of the Niners defensive line that'll be out. So what the Chargers could do, really what their only option to do on offense, is to copy what the Falcons did. Run the ball as much as possible. The Niners, okay, so you say the Chargers don't have their wide receivers. They're screwed. Okay, well, the Niners just lost to the Falcons, who threw the ball 14 times and don't have weapons. And what the Falcons did was they saw a beat-up Niners defense, and they're like, if we just commit to running the ball, by the second half, the Niners don't have the depth anymore in their D-line. They'll be tired. It worked. So the Chargers could say, you know what? We're not really in a position to pass this week. Let's run the ball as much as possible. The Niners are going to run the ball too. We got Austin Eckler. We got a good offensive line. And see what happens. I mean, you got Hassan Ridgeway, Charles Omenihu, Kevin Givens. I mean, there's opportunities to run the ball there. So that's one way that the Chargers could keep the game close. They've given up the fewest sacks in the league. They have a better quarterback than the Niners, and their running back is similar to Christian McCaffrey. Now, the Chargers have the worst run defense in the league. Even if it's like a battle of who can run the ball better, the Niners should win that. But there's Jimmy Garoppolo, the Jimmy Garoppolo factor. Is this going to be the week that he has 3 turnovers, 2 turnovers and a safety? The Chargers have a playmaker at safety in Derwin James. This is not just a slam dunk for the 49ers, although it should be. But the Niners I've seen this season, I have no idea what I'm going to get from them on a week-to-week basis. This is a team they haven't faced in a while. They played each other in camp 2 years ago, and they intercepted Jimmy Garoppolo over and over and over and over again. So I'm picking the Niners to win this game by 10. I think 27-17 is what it should be, but that's because of how depleted the Chargers are. What about the Niners? Do we really know what we're ever going to get from them on a week-to-week basis? If the Chargers can run the ball, this game could go any way. And do you know for sure the Niners are going to shut down Austin Eckler? I mean, they probably can play 9 in the box. You have nothing to worry about. They should be able to commit to it and shut down the run. But they couldn't do it in Atlanta. It'd be interesting to see.